Hi everyone, welcome to Border Attacks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is a triple shot of Tier 8 premium tank action featuring EGP Clan. EGP been pretty consistent, with their good replays that they've been sending me. I believe they're running a few in-clan little bit of fun competitions as to who gets featured on my channel, and I appreciate that. I appreciate people getting involved and all that kind of stuff. Now, when this replay goes up, I will not be in Melbourne at Get On Board Studios. I'll be up in sunny Brisbane, so I probably won't be as active with the messages that people send me with replays and stuff like that. But don't worry, I will get to them. I will get to any messages and replays that people send to me while I'm away. I'm only away for a week, and I might be able to interact a little bit using my phone, but I obviously won't have the computer. Anyway, we are on Himmelsdorf. Is this Himmelsdorf? It is. Winter Himmelsdorf. This is ID code. Now, ID code is in the, what is it? The M4A1 Revalorise, I reckon it's called. I've had a lot of problems pronouncing the name of this tank for a long time, and I'm grateful for a lot of people who have been helping me and letting me know exactly how to say it. ID code in the M4A1, 105mm gun, 390 damage, 200 penetration with APCR rounds, which is standard. Heat rounds are premium, 250 penetration, so an extra 50mm of penetration. Now, 0-1, they're down by a tank already. The Batchat 12T going into a very nice aggressive position where it can spot tanks, and of course ID code has been spotted by that baby Batchat. Looks like he's trying to get cheeky shots into the hill on Winter Himmelsdorf. Puts a shot towards the, I reckon that was the AMX CDC, just went unspotted as he fired the shot, so we don't know if that shot landed. You can see he's on his gun barrel. He's got 2 marks of excellence. Have a look at that. That's fantastic. I don't have 2 marks of excellence on any tank. And the way I was playing last night, the night before I recorded this, I doubt if I'll ever get one again. It's one of those nights. But anyway, 1-all's the score on Winter Himmelsdorf. ID code from EGP Clan. Looking at getting some cheeky snipey shots in. He gets a beautiful shot into the LTTB, the Tier 8 Russian light tank, for 383 hit points. That's the good thing about this tank. It doesn't have any armor to speak of. Which is not unusual with French tanks, but this gun is absolutely fantastic. Looks like somebody just had a bit of a shot at ID code, but missed, and he put a nice shot for 425 into the Type 61, the Tier 9 Japanese medium tank. 3-1's the score now on Winter Himmelsdorf. You can see the RU-251 going on a hero one, going after the GW Tiger P. And he gets the Tiger P. Enemy artillery, the 212A, picks up the kill on the AMX M449 Liberté tank. ID code looking for a nice juicy shot into that baby Batchat if he comes around. He looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble here. The push on the hill looks like they've fallen back, and those tanks are no longer spotted on the hill, and that's who's shooting at him. He's lucky enough to bounce a shot from the Type 61 there. And so he's sort of falling back, trying to do something about this RU-251, who's really being a pain in the proverbial. There you go. There's a nice shot for 437 hit points into the Tier 9 light tank. 3-4 the score now. They were up by 1 or 2 tanks not long ago. Now they're down by 1. ID code trying to keep safe. Of course, that M4A1 Revalorise is not going to bounce too many shots from any tank in this game. It's a Tier 10 battle. He's in a Tier 9 premium tank. Of course, premium tanks give a bonus to credits earned as well as crew experience for his crew. Looks up towards the hill again. The Type 61 goes down to the T10. That'll be on the hill, I reckon. And gets a critical hit into the 251. Doesn't pick up any damage on him. And of course, ID code doesn't want to throw away his hit points. He's on 919 hit points. Looks like he's looking for a shot into that RU-251. But the RU-251's put himself between a couple of buildings, so he's pulling back to maybe reposition. Batchat 12T and the T28 prototype pushing on the E75 and winning that little skirmish. There's the RU-251. Takes it down to a 1-shot, down to 110 hit points. Pulls back so nobody else can shoot him. 7-8 the score now. 8-all as the WZ111. 5A, the new Tier 10 Chinese heavy tank, picks up the kill on that RU-251. 8-all the score now. Artillery pinging for help because he knows the T28 prototype and maybe even that Batchat 12T. We're on the way to get him, and of course artillery. Even though artillery generally doesn't like this map, he still doesn't want to be killed by the T28, but he does. The M53, M55 shotguns the T28 prototype. You saw that on the mini-map, and lives to fight another day. iDecode, on the other hand, he's on 1 kill. He's on 1675 damage done. 1071 assisted damage. I reckon that'll be from tracking tanks rather than spotting them. I'm not really sure. He's down to 105 hit points. That's 1 shot for anybody else left in this enemy team. He's hoping to get a side shot into that WZ 11150, the new tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. He wants him to back up just a little bit more. Come on, keep backing up. No! That could have been expensive for the T10. Puts a nice shot into the tier 10 heavy tank, WZ 11150. 212 gets killed by artillery, and it looks like the Charioteer and the IS-7 are fighting a duel with that WZ, and that WZ looks like he's winning. The IS-7 down to 835 hit points. There's also a Ferdinand there, so that's why iDecode's not going through that central square. He doesn't want to get shot by the Ferdinand or the T26E4, who was last spotted up here at B5. Doesn't even scratch the WZ. That would have been handy to get another 400 health out of that tier 10 heavy tank. 12 all the score now. This is anybody's game. Look, he moves into the square now, looking for, needs to be able to get, I reckon at least 2 shots need to go into this WZ. WZ on 953. Moves in for the sideways shot. Takes you down to 145 hit points. Who's going to get the first shot off, the WZ or the IS-7? I reckon that might decide this match. The WZ kills him. iDecode puts a shot into the Ferdinand, takes him down to 174 hit points. So both these tanks on pretty low health, but now it's just iDecode in the M4A1 Revalorise, and of course the M53, M55, who looks like he is aiming towards the Ferdinand and the WZ. He picks up the kill on the Ferdinand. There's the WZ 11150A on 145 hit points, but we know artillery's just fired, so he won't be able to shoot again for some time. iDecode has a quick look over his left shoulder because he knows that T110E3 might be coming this way pretty soon. Takes a bit of a risk coming out onto this road and moving around this way. Artillery's got 10 seconds left to shoot. He just needs to spot that WZ 11150A. Will be getting killed if that M53, M55 gets a shot into him. It sounds like he fired and did it. And iDecode picks up 145 assisted damage for killing that WZ 11150A. No idea where the E3 is now. He did get spotted just as the WZ was killed. He was probably spotted by the WZ because iDecode in his M4A1 Revalorise was... he was spotting the Chinese heavy, so good chance the Chinese heavy spotted him as well, even though iDecode didn't shoot. It's been a long time since that American tank destroyer was spotted. The T110E3, I have no idea what kind of health he's on. He might be up there now. Artillery letting iDecode know that that's where he's aiming. And iDecode saying, no worries, hold my beer, I got this. I want to find this bloke, spot him for you, and ideally artillery will hit him, stun him. iDecode will put a shot in and hopefully walk away a hero. 14-13 is the score. Looking up towards where he was last seen, up that road. Not spotted yet. Not sure who would have the better view range, the Tier 8 French medium tank or the E3. Looks like they can both spot each other. Artillery did throw a shot into the T110E3. He stunned him, but looks like he didn't take any damage off the American tank destroyer. iDecode sitting on the cap circle now. A minute and a half's a long time to sit here in this open circle. The T110E3 knows exactly where iDecode is. Tense match. It's anyone's game here. Of course, iDecode is a one-shot for that E3. And that artillery piece on 450 on full health is still a one-shot for the American tank destroyer as well. So he kicks back in the circle. hoping to cap it out. He'll be able to see that left road easily if he comes down that way, but if he comes down the other way, he certainly won't. Looks like artillery's coming to cap as well. Idacode does get spotted. 44 seconds left on the cap timer. Looks like that E3 is doing a bit of side scraping. Critical hits the E3. Tracks him though. Hopefully he has to move out of the cap circle here. They're going to have to kill him. Now that M53, M55, I'm not sure if he's going to be spotted or not. He's pretty close to the E3. Gets him for 161, takes it down to 359. It's going to be death by 1,000 cuts here to try and get rid of that E3. He's on 359 damage. Now a heat round will do average 390 damage, so he's a one-shot for Idacode from EGP clad in the M4A1 Revalorise. He looks like he's going to go for the flanking manoeuvre. Hopefully the T110E3 hasn't foreseen that. He's got a heat round loaded. Looks like the E3 is chasing Idacode up that road. Of course, Idacode, it's not the quickest medium tank in the game, but it's certainly going to be quicker than that big, slow, lumbering American tank destroyer. 14-13 to score, 3.5 minutes left on the clock. The T10E3 on, what was it, 350 odd health? Well, I think it was. Average damage 390 with the 105mm gun on the M4A1 Revalorise. Artillery looks like he's repositioning to try and get a shot on the tank destroyer. No idea which way that E3 is facing now. There he is. That's his back. He's got a side shot onto him. He's going to do it. He does. Picks up the last kill of the game. Turns it around. They were down by a couple of tanks not so long ago. They had but that was an absolute rip up on Winter Himmelsdorf. Idacode from EGP clad in the M4A1 Revalorise, the Tier 8 Premium French medium tank. An Ace Tanker Mastery badge for that little performance. Spotter medal, bruiser, fire for effect, and the Confederate for hitting more tanks than anybody else did. 3,122 hit points of damage. The only tank that did more damage than that was that IS-7, who was dueling with that WZ towards the end of the game. That WZ had a good game with nearly 4,000 hit points of damage, but Idacode from EGP well and truly smashed that one. Nearly 80,000 credits after tax with a premium account, and that's what premium tanks are all about, as well as carrying battles and having an absolute ripper on Winter Himmelsdorf. Not the kind of tank that would normally do well on Winter Himmelsdorf, but he well and truly did his job. Let's have a look at the second game. This is going to be 3 Tier 8 Premium medium tanks, all from EGP. This is Mac RBT 21 2014. I'm just going to call him Mac in this replay. Mac is running around in the Super Pershing, the T26E4. Now the T26E4, 90mm gun, 240 damage, 192 penetration, 258 with APCR rounds, which are premium ammunition. You can see he's got a mark of excellence on the Super Pershing as well. This is a Tier 9 game. 5 Tier 9 tanks on each team. And as he moves in towards the middle of the map, I'm just going to have a mouthful of coffee before I start choking. Of course, the Super Pershing, not known for its speed, which we can see. He's only doing 22 kilometres an hour as he moves into the middle of Fiery Salient. Looks like he's going to be trying to ride the central ridge lines, get some vision for his team towards the south. Looking at the minimap, it's always interesting to look at the minimap at the start of a game on Fiery Salient or Prakarovka. You get people up here camping the A12 line, and also you get a few up here at the A90. Looks like there's 3 tanks, including the T54, which I think his name's Be Happy. No idea why a top tier medium tank on this map where vision control is so important. No idea why he's going to be sitting up there at A0 like a tank destroyer or an artillery piece. Looks like the IS-3 hasn't moved yet. He's still on spawn. Mac in the Super Pershing. This Tier 9 game, 5 Tier 9s on each tanks. He's already picked up a little bit of assisted damage, 445 into that M103, because he tracked him. Now he's picked up nearly 900. Looks like he's going for another tracking shot. Continues to pick up assisted damage on that M103. Of course, that M103, again, similar to that T54 up at A0, in my opinion, in a pretty ordinary position. Seeing top-tier tanks camping the back lines on any map, especially Fire Salient, it's just I just feel embarrassed for him. T54 up here, E75 up here playing like a tank destroyer. Really. Anyway, 1-zip is the score. Mac has picked up 400 damage blocked, 1708 assisted damage. Now this game does go for a little while, and he's not going to break any records as far as damage done, but assisted damage is the key on this kind of map. He's going to continue to ride this ridge line. He's lucky enough there's no artillery in this game. No artillery to drop shells on his head, especially when he's in the middle. It's quite obviously, it's very, very open. Well, the only protection he has are these ridge lines. These ridge lines just here, which he's working off quite well. Looks like he's auto-aimed on the Skoda. Again, unlucky not to damage the Skoda. Looking at the 1390 now, needs to help that 252. He puts a shell in. Looks like the RU251 might have put a shell in too, and that might be enough to scare away the Tier 9 French auto-loading light tank. 1-zip is the score. He's on 1700 assisted damage, 400 damage blocked, 197 damage done. Just landed one shot into that RU251, but into that AMX. Type 4 heavy in very, very open ground there, but of course he's going to be bouncing shots all day long, but he's down to 206 hit points. Mac RBT, he would love to pick up a kill on that Type 4 heavy. Auto aims and shoots and damages the Skoda T50. He'd love to get rid of that one. They've already lost that. They lost the defender, and so Mac decides it's worth poking. It's worth risking my health to get rid of that top tier auto loading medium check tank. 2-1 the score now. A lot of map pinging going on. This E75 still back here. The other Super Pershing still back here. The UDES deciding to go forward. Not sure if that's the right tank to go forward down the one line, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. It looks like the E75 is moving to the middle of the map, as quite often in World of Tanks, when people are camping the back line, when you ping on them, maybe it wakes them up. I'm not sure if that's what bot programs do, or maybe he was just making a cup of tea. You never know. 2-1 to score. It's still a tight game, still anyone's game. Oh, we'll have a look at that. That's a nice juicy target. 286 damage into the Scorpion G, the Tier 8 premium German tank destroyer. He might get another shot in. No, that shot just goes a bit wide. The AMX AC48, the Tier 8 French tank destroyer. That player clearly going for the new FOC, the new AMX FOC B. None of those in this game though, because it's only a Tier 9 battle. 3 Tier 9s left on the enemy team. The two tanks that they've killed, and this is what Mac's team have got going for them. The two tanks that he's killed are both Tier 9 tanks, and it's always good. It's always good to get rid of a couple of top tier tanks early. 2-1 the score. He's just poking this ridge line nice and patiently. The Type 4 heavy goes down, another Tier 9. The M46 Patton gets taken out by that ISU 152. I'm not sure where he was. Was he over there? That might be him. There it was. So that'll tell me that ISU is probably back here sniping back at the down the other end of the one line. T26E, the other T26E4, the other Super Pershing, still happy to camp at B2. Be very interested to see how his game is at the end. Looks like the T54 has finally joined in and has actually been killed. Probably felt a little bit guilty, realised he was top tier and decided maybe camping the red line's not the best thing. 3-all the score now, 787 damage done, 1800 damage blocked, nearly 2000 assisted damage for Mac RBT from EGP clan. Love to get the kill shot on that AMX 1390, but it's just a little bit too quick, I think. He's down to 480 hit points, so he does need to be mindful of that. The IS-3 goes down to the E75 on the eastern flank, and it looks like that E75 and the friendly IS-3 are going to hopefully engage and kill this Nameless and bring it back to a lead. 4-all the score now. T26E, is that who Mac's looking at, the T26E4 that hasn't moved? Yes, I think it might be. Oh, look, you see it every day, don't you? You see it every day. Plenty of action happening on the eastern flank. Looks like the Nameless, and also maybe a KV. No, it doesn't look like a KV4. The VK4502 goes down here trying to engage that IS-3. Gets sniped out by the Stritzwagen. 6-4 the score now with those 2 kills. That makes it a little bit better. 7-4 now as the E75 picks up the kill on the Nameless. Mac sees that WZ120. Another top tier medium sniping from the back. He doesn't get spotted there, but of course that WZ120 pulling back after being shot and living to camp again. There's a Pershing, not a Super Pershing, a normal Pershing if you like, the tier 8 standard American medium tank. Back here, he's out of the open. I don't think many people in a position to shoot him right now. 7-5 the score now. The IS-6 puts GG into a chat. Clearly thinks they're going to lose because he's out of the game, but they're up by 2 tanks, so no use giving up yet. 7-5 the score. 1,030 damage done by Mac. 2,200 damage blocked and nearly 2,000 assisted damage. As I said earlier, I will not be in sunny Melbourne when, by the time this video goes up, I'll be up in sunny Brisbane, and hopefully I might still be able to respond to people's messages and replays while I'm up there, but there's a good chance that I won't be able to, because I'll be spending a bit of quality time with the family, and but rest assured I will get to everyone's videos as soon as I get back to Get On Board Studios back in Melbourne on, I think, the evening of the 29th I get back. I'm leaving on the 22nd. Anyway, back to Fiery Salient. 7-6 the score now. Mac RBT. Random breath test? Maybe. Just came to me that one. 7 all the score now. Looks back at that Super Pershing who still hasn't moved. Unfortunately, they're essentially a tank down. He has shots on nobody. Everybody, all these enemy tanks are south of this ridgeline where Mac is. So this bloke will not have shots at anyone. He's clearly pushed battle, driven over there, and gone to watch a movie or something. 9-7 is the score on Fiery Salient. Mac RBT 21-2014. Picking up the assisted damage, looking for shots on these enemy tanks, looking towards the AMX AC-48, the tier 8 French tank destroyer, who just goes unspotted. The enemy Super Pershing gets lit in the middle of the map. Mac gets lit as well, picks up some spotting damage. Another 74, AMX M449 on very low health, on 31 hit points. Clearly knows what he's doing as well. He looks like he's got 2 marks of excellence, and Mac's got 1 mark of excellence on this gun barrel. 9-7 the score. Super Pershing still camping at B2. People imploring the UDES to start moving forward. Yeah, he's on full health, but he's a UDES, so once he gets lit, I think that little Frenchie down here in the WZ will probably clean him up pretty convincingly. That's why Max says into the chat, no, don't move forward. The UDES picks up the kill on the enemy Super Pershing, and that's probably the most heavily armoured tank left on the enemy team. It's been taken out of the game. 10-7 the score. Less than 5 minutes left on the clock. Maintaining vision in this central part, which is good. T26E4 still hasn't moved, which is always painful to watch. So essentially there's still a tank down, the E75 and the Stritzwagen on the other side of the map. That's the premium Swedish tank destroyer at tier 8. I'm not sure if they're going to start moving forward. They could probably afford to. Only 1 enemy tank has not been spotted, and that's the ISU 152. It could be back here, but he could be back here as well. So I'm not sure if these two are going to start moving forward soon or not. And that's what Mac's pinging the map for, to try and encourage them to move forward as well. Again, they're out of our view range, so we can't see. Look, they could be on 10 hit points each. We don't know. Mac says, no worries. I'll hold my beer. I got this. Stritzwagen indicates in the chat that the E75 may be stuck. Pershing gets lit. Mac doesn't. Now that Pershing is on 1,181 hit points, so they need to be a little bit mindful of that, because Mac RBT only on 480 hit points, so he's got the good armour. If he's hulled down, he'll be able to bounce shells from almost anyone who shoots towards him. The ISU 152 might be a concern though. He's already bounced shots from that AMX AC-48, the tier 8 French TD. He sees the opportunity Maybe he's going to be able to get him. He just misses the shot. Pulls back though because he knows those tank destroyers are back there. That looked like high explosive round from the ISU 152. Now he knows the ISU 152 is going to take a long time to load. He fires clutch towards the Russian Tier 8 tank destroyer. Doesn't land it though. The WZ-120 picks up the kill on the AMX M449, who was playing so gallantly in the middle. But that makes the score 10-9 now. And bearing in mind this T26E4 is out of the game, and this E75 may be stuck. I'm not sure why the Stritzfaggot isn't trying to help him and give him a push. He's the one that commented saying, "Oh, I think he's stuck." Well, go and help him. Looks like the E75 is moving now. RU picks up the kill on that Pershing. That Pershing was on pretty high health not so long ago. There's a WZ-120 sniping like an absolute champion. Mac RBT puts a shell into the Tier 9 Chinese medium tank, takes it down to 531 hit points, hoping for another shot, but it looks like he's gone back behind cover yet again. Dead AMX starts picking that UDES. He's the one that wanted that UDES to keep moving forward. I still disagree. The RU is the one with the vision. The RU doesn't want to be throwing its health away, but the RU doing a great job spotting that middle section. Now that Indian Panzer, I reckon that Indian Panzer's right in front of Mac. There he is. He fires clutch and misses. That would have been handy. He's on 230 health. He might have been able to kill the Tier 8 German with one shot. Shoots a WZ-120, takes him down to a one shot now, down to 220 hit points. Reload, do it. Yes. Picks up the Tier 9 kill. No Tier 9s left on the enemy side, and that's a pretty good feeling. 12-9's the score with a minute and a half to go. They've got 3 tanks to kill. They've all been spotted. They're all down this 2-3 line. They need to get rid of the Indian Panzer first. Here's the one with the vision. He just needs to go there, take his time, aim and shoot. And he just misses. Oh, that's... He knows he hasn't got much time when he pokes over this ridge line, because the ISU 152 and the AMX would clearly be aiming his way. Looks like the RU is going to try and do it alone. There you go, Mac RBT 21-2014 from EGP picks up the kill on the Indian Panzer. The E75 kills the AMX. That wasn't a bad shot at all, and now with 45 seconds left, everyone charging towards the ISU 152 because he is on a reasonable amount of health, 783. The T26E4 finally starts moving forward. Let's see if he does anything. Hopefully that's the tank that the ISU 152 shoots, because he's been an absolute drain on the team for this whole game. Just 20 seconds left. Mac auto aims, shoots and misses. Now the reticle's gone green. ISU 152 kills the RU 251. 15 seconds left. He's on 305 hit points. The UDES coming in, realising that the time's nearly out, and the UDES does the job. In the end, 15-10. It was a lot closer than the scoreboard indicates that game on Fiery Salient, but gee whiz, what it was painful to watch. But Mac RBT did an epic job, that's for sure. He picked up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for that little performance. Mac RBT 21-2014. The spotter medal for all that assisted damage he did. Shellproof and fire for effect. Lavis Solejo's medal, oh yeah, I suppose that's how you pronounce it. Kill 2 enemy tanks or TDs that are of higher tier. He certainly did that one, picking up the kill on the WZ-120 and the Skoda, not counting the Indian Panzer. 2,254 damage done. That E75 had a ripper with over 4,000 damage, and that other Super Pershing, 693. 8 shots fired, 3 did damage. Anyway, Mac RBT fired 23 shots, only 10 did damage, even though 17 hit, but there were some heavily armoured targets and some clutch firing going on to try and pick up some kills. 2,254 hit points of damage, nearly 3,000 damage blocked, nearly 3,000 assisted damage, and a decent amount of credits too. 45,500 credits with a standard account. With that premium tank would have been over 80,000 with a premium account. We move on to our third and final replay, featuring Tier 8 premium medium tanks. This is another one from EGP Clan. Now this game, without giving too much away, this game's not going to go for as long as the first 2 battles. This is Yamashiro626, subscriber to the channel and a pretty new contributor to World of Tanks with stewiejp at Get On Board Studios. He's on Highway in a Tier 10 battle, just 3 Tier 10s on each team, and he's going out to where the medium tanks do their business. He's in the Panzer 58. Mutz, the PZ58 Mutz. It's a pretty good tank here, 90mm gun, 240 damage, 212 penetration with standard, 259 with APCR, which is premium. The Lorraine 40T has been spotted and copped it absolutely big time. Something pretty big just shot him, probably one of those tank destroyers up here, maybe the Waffle or the Stritzwagen 103B. Now Yamashiro just copped a little bit of damage from the T25 Pilot 1, I think it was. They're down 0-1 on highway. Puts a revenge shot into the T25 Pilot 1. We always like to see that. It's always a good feeling shooting someone who's already shot you. But have a look at the map. There's at least 4 enemy tanks in this region, and it's just Yamashiro with this Fox. The Fox only on 380 health, only even less now, as he just copped the shot from the auto-loading premium French medium tank. Loses his loader, but fixed him with a quick tap of the 5 key. 3 1s a score, doing a great job keeping vision on this northwestern flank. Unfortunately, the Fox goes down, but hang on. The Object 430 number 2, that's me on the enemy team that was just killed by the Object 261. Oh well, mate, I'm not sure what I was doing there. Oh, I didn't even realise that till I saw that. Well done, Yamashiro. You got the assisted damage on my death. Anyway, Yamashiro, 626 from EGP Clan. He's down to 73 hit points, so he needs to be a little bit careful. There's a FOC 155 up there with that massive 750 damage alpha gun, as well as the Lorraine 40T. 4-2 is the score. Auto aims and request fires on the Lorraine 42. Artillery shoots towards him. That's the T92. Oh, it's always funny when you see yourself in replays doing absolutely noob things. But anyway, look, realistically, and I'm not trying to defend myself here, but there was about 5 tanks all going for this area, and I was one of them. Couldn't pick up the kill on a PZ58 Mutz and the FOC at tier 9. Well, the FOC went down, but Yamashiro, 626 from EGP, picking up the spotting damage, getting rid of stewiejp. Holy moly, guacamole, 4-2 is the score. He's on 1165 damage already, and he's already got 2000 assisted damage. He's down to 50 HP, so he needs to be careful. Takes a cheeky shot into the Lorraine 40T, takes him down to 303 hit points. There'll be 2 more shells to get rid of that auto-loading French premium medium tank, who's aiming his way. Fires clutch again, takes him down to 56 hit points. 5-2 the score on highway, and there you go. Not sure what that Lorraine 40T was doing, if he was reloading or just waiting for a better shot on Yamashiro. 626 on 50 hit points. Little artillery, looks like artillery might have just went into that FOC 155. Jag Tiger gets spotted up there. Let's see if he can get in now. Looks like the Jag Tiger's going behind that ridgeline. FOC 155 on about half health from memory. The Scorpion G moving up to try and help Yamashiro. 626 from EGP. As I said earlier, EGP been sending a few replays lately, which I really appreciate. And don't forget, I will be away for a week towards the end of September, going up to Brisbane for a little bit of heat. Yamashiro finds a FOC 155, puts a shell into him for 284 hit points. The Scorpion G joins in the party and cops a shot from the FOC, and that lets Yamashiro, 626 from EGP Clan, that lets him pick up the kill. That's 2 kills, 2083 damage done, 2159 assisted damage on highway. Moving forward very bravely here, just a Jag Tiger spotted, or last spotted, down here at E1. And of course Yamashiro, confident that because he can't see him, he knows that he's not on top of this little ridgeline, so Yamashiro can move up, even though he's only on 50 health, getting very brave, wants to get the vision on that enemy Jag Tiger and get rid of another tier 9 out of the game. Just 1 tier 10 left on the enemy side, and that's the T92 American tank, American artillery, please. Not sure who they're talking about. The light tank, yeah, maybe they're all picking on the T49. Maybe he is a pussy. A few interesting comments happening in the chat. Very nice shooting into the Jag Tiger at tier 9. Takes him, he's down to 95 hit points. He picks up some more assisted damage. The Stritzwagen picks up the kill. The Jag Pads are E100 kills the Stritzwagen 103. Yamashiro 626 from EGP Clan tries to get a shot into the Stridsvagn S1, the premium Swedish tank destroyer at tier 8, but doesn't manage to. Does get some more assisted damage though, as artillery drops a big shell on the Swedish head. Just 3 enemy tanks left, the T92, the Scorpion G and the Stridsvagn S1. They're all back at the base, and look at the minimap, everyone just moving right in and trying to pick up those last bits of damage. Yamashiro 626 from EGP is on 2,500 damage, 2,600 assisted damage. The Stridsvagn picks up the kill on the Scorpion G, so it's just the Stridsvagn S1, the premium, and the T92 HMC. There's the T92 just behind the ridgeline, but he gets killed by that Stridsvagn. He knew it was there, that's why he started pulling back, but the Scorpion G kills the STRV S1, and who's going to kill that T92? The Jag Panzer A100. Looks like he had a ripper, and everyone picking on the T49. Who knows? Who knows what he did? I wasn't really paying attention to what the T49 was doing. More interested in Yamashiro's awesome gameplay in that battle on highway. Yet another Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, a spotter medal for all that assisted damage that he did. Bruiser and Fire for effect. He did 2,573 damage, 2 kills, 1331 base experience, 15 shots fired, 14 hit, 12 went through, nearly 3,000 assisted damage, and that's why he aced that tank. That S1 had a good game with 5,000 damage. That's a tier 8 TD, remember. That's not too bad at all. And look at those credits, just over 100,000 credits, nearly 101,000 credits with the premium account. In that premium tank, the tier 8 German medium tank, the Panzer 58. Mutz, thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget, I will be away between the 22nd and the 29th of September, so I won't be as responsive as I have been to people's replays and comments and all that kind of stuff, but I will do my best. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for the replays, everybody from EGP Clan. Take care and see you all next time.